Hey, what's up everyone? It is Doug here from Retro Geek Gaming, here to rock you like a hurricane. Actually, no, I'm not here to rock you like a hurricane. There's no need to run or evacuate the building or anything like that. I'm just here to bring you another YouTube video. I apologize for the lighting. It is after midnight in my area. I'm off of work and I decided, you know what? I'm going to do a video just because I felt like doing a video. And I hope that you'll join me in the discussion by posting your thoughts in the comments down below. As always, I'd love to hear what you guys think about my videos and the topics I like to talk about. And this time we're going to talk about something interesting because it's kind of going to be the first time that I'm going to revisit old videos. If you recall, I did a fan theory on Metroid and what I wanted to see from Metroid for the Switch. Now this was before any information was out about Metroid and all that stuff, and the two Metroid games that we now know exist, and blah 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 blah. But now that we know that we're getting a Metroid Prime 4, I wanted to revisit this and talk about what I want to see from Metroid Prime 4 on the Nintendo Switch. Now, I'm going to go over just the gist of it. I'm probably not anywhere near done talking about Metroid Prime 4 because let's face it, next is Zelda. Metroid is probably my favorite Nintendo franchise. I've played every single Metroid game. I own every single Metroid game, with the exception of the remakes, of course. I don't have Zero Mission or anything like that, but I pretty much have all the mainstream games that exist, and I've played them all, I've beaten them all, and I've enjoyed them all. So I'm really looking forward to Metroid Prime 4, of course. So I'm probably not done talking about it, but I'm just going to go ahead and talk about some key points, some stuff that I've been thinking about recently in my head, about what I want to see from Metroid Prime 4, gameplay-wise, mechanic-wise, and just everything. And of course, you're always welcome to put your thoughts about anything that I have to say or anything that I might miss down in the comments, as I said earlier. So one of the first things that I want to see is exploration. This is key. And I think Breath of the Wild style would kind of work, not necessarily as open world as that, because of course I would love the idea of having it kind of blocked off, because otherwise there's no use in the items. You see what I'm saying? Because if it's completely 100% open and you can go straight to the end of the game, then you're getting the different abilities to like double jump and screw attack and whatever other abilities they're going to put in this game kind of go out the window, unless of course there's some purpose to them that, you know, Nintendo's thinking outside the box with. So exploration is key. I still kind of want it to be open world, so that way you don't have to do the crazy insane backtracking that you have to do with some of the games, but exploration has to be decent. Atmosphere is definitely key. If you don't have the atmosphere, you know, when I first start the game, or when I get to the end of the game, or wherever I'm at with the game, you don't have that atmosphere and that spirit of confinement and being alone, and I can explore anywhere. If I can see it, I can go there eventually, even if I can't do it now. Then I don't know, it won't be that interesting to me. The next thing is, of course, weapons. I don't know what kind of weapons they're going to use, but you know, it is essential that Samus uses weapons. And I know that they have usually had some kind of an allotment before with, like, say, missiles, for an example, where you get so many missiles and you can upgrade them. But I would like to see this go a step further and actually use it for all the weapons. You know, kind of similar to what they did, I believe it was in Echoes, where you had, like, the Annihilator beam, and you had the Dark beam and the Light beam, and you could sort of, you know, you had to keep getting ammunition for them. Only for Samus's regular gun as well. As well as the visors. I mean, this is something I'm going to talk about later with the visors, but just resource management, because while it's nice that I can keep on the visor in, like, Metroid Prime, for example, to see through walls and all that stuff like that, it would also be nice if she has some kind of a battery. You know, some kind of a battery that has to keep refilling. Whether through energy pellets that you get, or whether you get charge stations or whatever, to sort of, you know, keep things interested. But I think it'd be interesting to have some kind of a battery thing to where, you know, you don't necessarily have to spam the button forever, but you also aren't just so limited that you get like 10, 20 shots. You see what I'm saying? to sort of make your battles a little bit more strategic, I think, as well as the visors, because I think that would be something that'd be really interesting to do. I also would like to see the idea of, using the abilities for more than just weapons, sort of like what Zelda did with Breath of the Wild. For an example, with the magnesis thing, where you could, pick up stuff and swing it around to hit enemies. I would love to be able to take my grappling hook and wrap it around somebody and throw them off of a cliff, or lift them up and maybe use them as some way of, like, maybe I launch it at something to solve a puzzle because I'm out of missiles or something. Or maybe they have a bomb, and instead, maybe instead of a game, because it's resource management based, rather than me waste my bomb, I throw it at something that uses a bomb to solve it. Just stuff like that. I think that'd be really neat. Now, that's all I can think of as far as like the main mechanics. Everything else is minute stuff, because that there's probably going to be like the ability to go into a morph ball. There's probably going to be wall jumping. There's probably going to be screw attacking. Who knows what else is going to be in there. It's not really relevant because it's going to be Metroid. It's going to be fun, and I'm looking forward to it. But now we're going to get into more of some of the story elements that I want to see. One of the key things that I want to see is like a Dark Souls style game. Now, I know that's a little bit weird to say. What do you mean Dark Souls style game? Well, what I mean by it is I would love to just see the idea of, like, you're alone, but like how in Zombie U, when you play it and you could scan stuff and you could read people's warnings or the messages that they left. I would like to see something like that, where maybe the question mark comes up to sort of guide you as to where you go, although you can really still explore it however you want. But maybe it comes up with something that also is like player based, and it's like, there's a secret here, or this is a secret way to the boss, or look up to warn you of something that's going about it's about to fall and crush you. I think stuff like that would be interesting. I would also like to see, and this is the reason why I think they went in-house with it instead of taking it to retro, but I want to see a continuation of Federation Force. If you remember at the end of Federation Force, they had that whole little teaser, extra credit thing, whatever, about Sylux taking a Metroid. Now, anybody that knows Metroid knows that the Prime series takes place between the first game and the second game. And I think that it's kind of relevant that they are remaking the second game where Samus is eliminating all the Metroids. Why is she eliminating all the Metroids? Well, this was something that was never really discussed about in Metroid 2, but maybe in Metroid Prime 4, the way that Sylux uses the Metroids as weapons, the Federation decides they've got to go. The controls aren't really important to me because, they're making it to where everything works with a Pro Controller, so it's not really going to matter if I want motion controls or not. Just give me big, dramatic cutscenes with an interesting story that keeps me going, and I would also love to see multiplayer. And, I mean, like, good multiplayer, similar to Hunters, where you could sort of be on teams, as well as P versus P games, as well as co-op. Give us all kinds of options for multiplayer. And also, if you do online, please do voice chat capabilities to allow people to talk to one another. And I don't know, maybe like a smartphone app or something for like map creations or whatever. That's just extra stuff later on. It's not really important, but I think that's pretty much the gist of everything that I can think of. If there's anything that I figure out later that I want to do, I'll probably do a part 2 to this or something. But otherwise, I'm looking forward to Metroid Prime 4, as I'm sure most of you who watch my channel are. Make sure that you put your thoughts about what you want to see for Metroid Prime 4, or your thoughts about anything that I've discussed in this video down below in the comments. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, so that way I know that you watch it all the way through and you want to see more content like this. And of course, feel free to subscribe if you want. No pressure from me, but I make videos like this all the time, probably at least one video a week. So you're always welcome to join in the conversation and come back and, just continue to watch my videos. Appreciate it as always, guys. Have yourself a good one. Sorry for the short video. Like I said, it's late and I'm tired. But I appreciate you guys watching. As always, have yourself a good one. And I'll see you next time.